Okay, this is the second in the skills series and dealing with heating and rotating the glass. How you heat the glass is probably one of the most critical things in flame working. You want to heat it evenly, you may want tapered heat, uh, some parts harder than others. That's just an important part. So what I'm going to teach you today is about rotating the glass, evenly heating it, and how to do gradient heating. Uh, The idea is to rotate the glass so that it rotates in the flame at a constant rate. And I made this little practice piece. It's just, I think it's 8 millimeter, maybe 10 millimeter rod, whatever fits your hands nice. And I pushed a Maria in the middle, big old Maria. And then I went around with tweezers and twisted around the edge of the Maria so I can see how fast it's rotating and whether or not I'm keeping a constant rate. And you can practice this sitting around in front of the TV or out in your lawn chair or whatever and get the grasp of rotation. Now the way you do this, I'm going to exaggerate it a little bit, is you take one hand and turn, and just as that hand is at its limit, you start turning with the other hand, like that. In reality, you're doing this just with your fingertips, but you get the idea from this. Don't forget to fire polish the ends, by the way, so you don't be cutting yourself. Now, when you're doing hollow form work, you want to learn also how to rotate constantly with your favorite hand palm up. And the reason for that is you're going to be bringing that to your mouth to blow in it from time to time. It'll be the blowpipe. So if you have your palm up, you can bring it up to your mouth. If you got your palm down, you got a problem. So learn to rotate with your favorite hand palm up as well. Okay? Now for the demo, with the torch I'm going to use black rod. This is Chinese black, I think this is 1/2 inch. You could use cobalt blue as well. Something dark, because you can tell the temperature of the glass much better with colored glass. You can see if you've got hot spots, you can see if it's even. And what have you. So, I'll hit this out on the end of the flame a little bit and kind of warm it up before I start bringing it down deep. Now I'll start heating it. And you'll see what I mean pretty quick. See how that glows? You can actually see a cold spot in there because I hadn't got it heated evenly. Now if you're going to change hands while you're heating, take it out of the flame to move your hands or whatever it is you're going to do, and then put it back of the flame while you're rotating it. Because if you stop the rotation while it's in the flame, you're going to induce hot spots, and that's what you're trying to avoid. And I'm watching to make sure that it's all evenly heated. I'm looking to make sure that there's no cold or hot spots. I'm looking to make sure I'm not twisting it by rotating one hand more than the other. And like I said, that's much easier to see for practice and learning if you use some colored rod. Now the next thing I want to show you is gradient heating. That's where you want one part of the glass hotter than the other part, so that when you draw it out or shape it, it'll shape into a taper. And the way you do that is you just count the rotations, and you maybe hold it 6 rotations here, 4 rotations here, 2 rotations here, then back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, over and over again. So that on your right, that part of the glass is hotter than the center, and then that is hotter than the leftmost piece. Then when I pull that out, the hotter part will taper down faster than the cooler part, and I get a nice taper. And you'll use that quite a lot in sculptural work particularly. So, anyway, there we go. That's how you rotate glass. It takes some practice because you know, it's not exactly natural, and you'll need to develop some coordination, so it'll take some time. But it's absolutely critical, particularly when you get into hollow form work and when you get into pulling points and that type of thing. It's absolutely critical that you be able to heat the glass evenly and avoid hot spots, and to draw your points out smoothly and centered perfectly and what have you. So, thanks for watching.